where sports take center stage, four voices rise above the noise. Welcome to the Unfiltered Sports Podcast, where raw meets real, honesty has no off-season, and nothing gets sugar-coated. Hosted by Todd, Matty, Dominick, and Randy. It's your weekly dose of unapologetic truth, gut-busting comedy, and hard-hitting analysis. From recaps to pick'ems, no filters, no excuses, just sports the way it was meant to be. This is the Unfiltered Sports Podcast.
Hey, welcome into week 3 recap and week 4 preview. Boys, the NFL season getting it going, man. Oh, man, we got a lot to talk about, so we're going to get straight to it. But first, before we do, let's talk to you through the rest of the panel, and that is me, Todd Fox. Hello, everybody. Then to my right is Matty Matt. Say hello.
Hi, everybody. How you guys doing? Not doing too good.
Very animated Matty Matt tonight. We'll get to that in a minute. Let's go to his right, my right, whatever. If you're dyslexic, your left. Dominick, how's it going?
Oh, it is Dub City here, people. We got a lot to talk about on this show today. Clips by Randy have been put on social media. It is time to pay the piper. This is going to be a fun night tonight. Let's go.
Yeah, it kind of is.
So if he didn't give it away, I did not repeat his champion picks this week.
So y'all thought he was?
Moving on to his right or left is Randy, the producer to the stars.
Oh, me. Hey, it's another good week for me. I didn't finish 3rd or 4th again.
You know
Second
what?
place. What? But hey, the Jets lost. I knew they were going to lose. I picked the Bucks. I don't pick the Jets ever again. I'm not like Matty where I always pick the Cowboys every week. You know what I'm saying?
So
You're very
good evening, fellas. Glad you guys are here for week 3 and week 4 as we get going with the transition into recap and everything, and then getting into your picks. Again, if you haven't, give your picks to Randy for week 4, and then also give the points at the end because we're going to need that for tiebreaker situations. So we're going to go over who won and who lost, who was right and who was wrong. But before we do, I guess what you guys can all agree on is what happened this week. Special teams was the theme of week 3. It was either your team was really good at it or your team was really bad at it.
Yep.
Yeah, so we will get into that with all the highlights. But Randy, I'll start it off real quick. Where we were right and where we were wrong, I'll give it to you right away, man. Where I was right, I figured the Seahawks would hammer the freaking Saints, which they did. And where I was wrong, I thought the Bengals would show up against Minnesota. So I'll take that L right there. Matty Matt, where were you right? Where were you wrong?
Man. Well, I can tell you where I was wrong for sure. I was wrong in picking the Cowboys because I thought they were going to win the Bears, but that was horrible. And where I was right was I picked the Steelers to beat the Patriots. It happened. So I'll take that.
Not bad. Okay, Dom, same question.
Well, we know where I was right?
Oh, here we
we
go.
all know this. 49ers, Dub City, the only person to pick them on the
Go to the bay.
Woo! Eddie Pinheiro, screw Moody. Moody is a memory nowadays.
I wish I had Moody again.
Man, oh man, what a way to grip it and rip it on a Sunday. It was great. Fantastic. Where I was wrong, though, I think in a way, handing the Packers the divisional crown, losing to the Cleveland Browns. Props to the Cleveland Browns. I know we'll get into it when we talk about the game, but props to the Browns to stick in that game, and bad for the Packers too. I think fell in that trap game a little bit.
Absolutely. Randy, what about you?
Well, where I was wrong, man, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, man. I see where you're coming from, Todd, when you talk about them recards, dude. The fuck did I do that for? Not ever again. Not ever again. And let me tell you where I was right. Oh, let me tell you where I was right.
Lord.
I was the only motherfucker on this panel that picked them, ladies and gentlemen. The Chicago fucking Bears. Bear down. Bears. Even he says so too.
The Bears.
The Bears.
Okay,
All right.
okay. Bring it on. Bring it on.
So, just so you guys know, if you're tuning in for the first time, we're going to get to every game, cover every game, pick every game. So wait your turn to talk about your team, but throw it up in the comments where if you disagree or agree with our picks or our takes even about the games, if you want to disagree with the disrespect or non-disrespect. So we'll see what happens. The painted nails are out tonight.
Okay.
And
If
so
all three of y'all had your nails painted before the show, I would have been disgusted.
as we get started, before we do the recaps, Randy, I want you to let the audience know who is in charge of this week's
Here we go.
bars
Here
pick.
we go.
I can do. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up. Here we go. It's time for the weekly Pick'em standings as we look at the host division. Taking the crown this week, back to where he thinks he belongs. Ladies and gentlemen, at 9-7, the Dominator, a.k.a. Dominick Lorenz. He's usually the guy that's always in the mix, and this week he made sure we were all looking up at that butthole. All right, in second place, and still haven't gotten to a third or fourth place finish yet, ladies and gentlemen, yours truly. I didn't do bad, but I didn't do great. I was definitely the very definition of middle of the pack. And speaking of middle of the pack, ladies and gentlemen, also at 8-8, got lucky there toward the end of the week. Ladies and gentlemen, Todd Fox. After last week of going 15-1, he goes 8-8 this week. Todd, I don't know if you're trying to win this thing or just stay the hell out of last place. And speaking of last place, good old butthole dweller Matty Matt once again coming in at 6-10, this week's loser. Matt, it's like you're allergic to picking winners. At this point, buddy, your strategy might just be picking against yourself. But hey, better luck next week, champ. All right, now as we move on to the viewers division, let's check it out and see how they did. Leading the way is Coach Mateo, a monster 12-3. This guy's out here coaching and teaching a masterclass on picking games each week. And hot on his heels, it's a three-way tie at 11-5. Second place, Omar Alacantar. Third place, Matt Mativier. And fourth place is Eric Ward. Strong records, but they're still looking up at the coach, y'all. In fifth place and avoiding the butthole position for the third straight week, ladies and gentlemen, at 10-6 is Rob Aborto, hanging around but not really scaring anybody. And of course, this week's butthole dweller, the last place loser, also at 10-6, but somebody had to take the L this week and hold up the toilet seat. And that duty goes to the Bears fan, Mario Libido. How about it? All right, now as we move on to the overall standings, ladies and gentlemen, in the host division, Dominick Lorenz with his strong, semi-strong performance this week at 9-7 puts him in overall first place, knocking me down into second place. Todd Fox takes third place, and Matty Matt down there in the dweller once again in fourth place. And over in the viewers division, the overall standings, in first place is Coach Mateo. Second place is Omar Alacantar. Third place is Matt Mativier. Fourth place is Eric Ward. Fifth place is Mario Libido. And down there in the butthole position, even though he didn't finish last place in the weekly standings, he's still down there in the butthole in the overall standings. And that's Rob Aborto. Ladies and gentlemen, that is your Unfiltered Sports Podcast Weekly Pick'em results. Back to you, Todd.
Man, oh man, do we have some catching up to do. Dominic, as he gets the crown this week, he's still looking up, though, at Coach Mateo and Omar, who have a better overall record. So not only do we have to win against each other, but we got to win against the fans as well.
Oh,
So
all right.
There's all I care about is there's
bastards. Shit.
the Niner fans are at the top of either standings. That's I'm happy.
here we go. Here we
I'm
go.
not-
See, I was on your side there, Dominic, because I was trying to say, hey, let's win as a team. Let's not be, let's at least beat the listeners Yet there goes Dominique with that Niner crap.
I do want to say one thing. I'm very much looking forward to what receipts Dominic has for us this week.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna get into the comments. You'll see him going through here right now. So anyway, let's get it started. All right. So now you know the standings. Now you know where we're at. Now let's talk about some football and let's talk about what happened on week 3. And let's go to game 1, which was played on Thursday between these two teams. Now we're going to play the most important highlight. I made sure there's no copyright bullshit. There's no sound. And we can talk through the highlights if we want to. And none of them are over 30 seconds. So fuck you, NFL. Dolphins, Bills, this is a game or the play that put the game away right here, tied at 21 in the fourth quarter, that little touchdown pass. The Bills beat the Dolphins 31-21, and two things happened in this one, fellas, and I'll let you guys break it down the way you got to do. The coach was fired, as you guys all predicted on this panel, and as well, it was a little bit closer than what you had thought, but the Bills handled business either way. Thoughts on this game, guys?
Well, who was fired?
He wasn't fired.
He wasn't fired? I thought he was fired.
No, that shit was
That was
fake.
fake news.
Yeah, no one's fired yet.
Dude, sorry.
No one's fired yet.
I said it in the chat. Go, dude, this is fake.
Okay, so one thing happened in that game. The Dolphins won 31-21.
Get out.
And McDaniels was not fired. He's still going to be leading the league with no socks. So,
Suckers.
again, thoughts on the game as I was screwed in that one. Go ahead.
I think it's Miami actually showing some signs of life in that ball game a little bit, but Buffalo's Buffalo. I don't care what anybody says. I'll get into it more when we talk about the Ravens-Lions game. There is so much appreciation fans of football need to have for Josh Allen. I'm sorry. Josh Allen gets the job done, and when you establish that running game with James Cook, it's a powerful duo right there in Buffalo. So they did what they set out to do. Miami 0-3. As Randy's been saying, Dolphins in shambles.
Absolutely.
Can you believe we picked Darno over Josh Allen, bro? What the fuck were we thinking? Of course, that's the Jets are going to jet. But no, hey, man, the Dolphins showed some signs of life, but I think maybe it's because maybe Buffalo was a little burnt out after fucking, playing, Sunday? Whatever the last play. It was a short week for him. So, I think if this was on a regular week, I honestly think Buffalo would have kicked the shit out of him even more, dude, to be honest with you. But I just think, the Dolphins got lucky, short week, and, maybe showed us little signs of some life, but they're still in fucking shambles. Don't get it twisted, folks. We might beat their ass this week.
Matty Matt, what do you think about this game?
Like Dom said, man, you just got to give credit to Josh Allen. Who's his number one receiver? Khalil Shakir? That's his number one receiver, and he's just balling, man. Give him credit. James Cook is a stud. So that dual threat of Allen and Cook is just phenomenal. And give some credit to Dolphins for keeping it competitive. But like Randy's been saying all week and all throughout this podcast, the Dolphins are definitely in shambles.
One last thing on this game before we move on to the next game is I got a question for you guys because obviously the coach wasn't fired, but he will, and you guys have already been predicting it. I've been predicting it.
It's going to happen.
The right thing to do, fellas, do you guys sell at the deadline or before the deadline if you're the Dolphins, or try to keep this together for the next coaching staff?
Sell before the deadline.
Yeah, I don't see no point in fucking waiting. You're going to have to sell.
Sell Tyree. Sell whoever.
I would start. I would be like
everybody else.
Calling teams like, hey, what's your best offer, and then just go from there, man.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Start now.
That's breaking news right here. Angel says, Todd, I'm into Angel's game right now, and Gavin and the Halo brothers are making out in your seats. I believe it. That is it's
having a yummy taste of nut.
They sure are.
Nuts must be tasty tonight.
Woo! Now let's move on to a game that was a tale of two kicks with 13 points late in the fourth quarter to defeat the
our
Packers.
stream just got cut. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, don't scare me like that. But no, Green Bay played really good defense as expected. Cleveland played very good defense
game
as expected. However, Flacco looked crappy. I kept waiting for them to put in another quarterback. They didn't. They rode with him. Yep. And Green Bay, just like Landon said, they choked. They coughed it up at the end.
Yeah.
I mean, what were your thoughts about this one? Because again, we were all anointing this team, like Dominic said, as the perennial team that may come out of the NFC.
I honestly believe that we need to, or maybe not we, but everybody else that loves NFL needs to take the Jordan Love MVP conversation every freaking offseason off the table. This guy is decent. He's not great. I'm sorry. I don't care what anybody says. There's a lot of good elements to his game. Yes. And even retooling that wide receiver core, he has not utilized it. Josh Jacobs, good, has not been the Josh Jacobs we saw from last season. But you want to marry everybody together, and you need the quarterback to do so. I'm not saying Jordan Love's not the guy, but he is not what I think everybody thinks he is. He's not a top 10 quarterback in this league. Every year, constantly. MVP, this is the year, this is the year. I'm tired of it. And I think like I said at the very beginning, I think the Packers fell in a trap game. I think it's a trap game.
I was just about to say that. That was definitely a trap game, and they fell in.
Yeah. I mean, the definition of a trap game.
Yeah. I mean, it was a really defensive-minded game, and, the better defensive team got the best of them. The lucky block, and they capitalized with a lucky field goal. So give credit to the Browns.
I mean, Green Bay had some opportunities. Excuse me. Had some opportunities in this game, and they just couldn't capitalize, man. But that's kudos to the Browns. I'm with you, Dom, on the whole Jordan Love thing. I was on that bandwagon, for a little bit, but I'm starting to wonder, like, dude. I mean, I know. Was it at home or was it in Cleveland? I don't remember.
It was in Cleveland.
Okay, I'll somewhat give him the fact that it was in the dog pound. That is a tough place to play. Like, we can't forget about that.
That's true.
But like, you're supposed to be this leaps and bounds more superior team in the league. People are talking, division hopes for you, and you're sitting there fucking like, I can understand maybe if you go on the road and you win this game 13-10. Okay, yeah, the Browns got a really good fucking defense. We'll give them that. And they're at home. But like, you should have won this fucking game, dude. And this could be one of those games that come back and bite them in the ass at the end of the year when you got the Lions playing the way they're playing. And who knows, the Bears might sneak up on us this season. You know what I'm saying?
We'll see. I wouldn't go that far. But
I can see it.
So whatever. But I will give the Browns credit. Very, very good defense. They are going to be scary, but they got a really, really tough schedule. So moving
Their
on.
division's a tough schedule. Shit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Their non-conference isn't a joke either. So moving on to the next game. Now, you had one team playing as expected. Rookie quarterback, coaching staff kind of not that good. Team just rebuilding in the Titans. And then you have the Colts, which if you listen or watch any of the national media, they're like, hey, you know what? The Colts aren't really that good. It's fool's gold. But again and again, week 3, and Daniel Jones isn't slipping up. Here's the highlight of the game.
Just go back to that first episode, y'all, for the prediction show. I called that shit.
What'd you tell him, Randy?
I told him, I go, you give Daniel Jones some weapons, and a good coaching staff. Like, he showed flashes of it in New York, what he can do. And he is showing you that he's going to be a fucking good quarterback in this league. And he's found his long-term team. Good job, Colts, even though fuck you guys in the conference.
No, the play of Daniel Jones at the beginning of this year, the one person in the world that's hating this is the Giants head coach Dable. Dable is dying right now. And I think if this is not another reason in the pocket to fire Brian Dable at some point this season for the Giants, not only their 0-3 mark, like if you had this and you couldn't allow him to do what he's doing with the Colts in New York, that's a failure. That is an absolute failure. So props to Daniel Jones. They finally ran the offense through Jonathan Taylor this week, had multiple touchdowns. And right now they're not only a superior team over the Titans. Titans, again, still rookie quarterback. Give them a little bit of grace. They were competitive. But in that division, it has completely gone opposite of, I think most of us, I know Randy had the Colts and doing their thing, but I think in general, we all had this realization, like, this is Houston's to lose.
Yeah, I still even picked Houston to win the division.
Yeah, but the Colts, it's completely opposite. So
big time, dude. 100%.
Credit the Colts. for holding no prisoners and saying, screw everybody else, we're going to play our game. So I'll give them a lot of props for sure.
Now, I will say this. I have a question for you guys. You guys think they're really this good, or they're just taking advantage of the schedules that they have? Because outside of the Broncos, they haven't really played a tough team. Do you think it's that?
No, I look at this.
They played the Titans, I think, and then they play who the first game? The Dolphins.
I think they're as good as they could be advertised right now, because obviously it comes down to the offense. I think the defense, we already know what they're going to give you. I think offensively, this is the first time, like, this is what the Giants messed up. I think Randy's right too, is they couldn't keep Daniel Jones on his feet. He was constantly pressured, tackled, sacked, and then they ran him too much. Too many design runs. You could see now Colts aren't doing those design runs. They're trusting the running game, and they're doing play action passing, and he's got time to throw. And guess what? He's pretty goddamn accurate so far.
He's a pretty good quarterback. And I'll say this, I'll give Matty this with this question. No, I'm serious. Let's see who the Colts can be when they play a good team. But look the teams that they've beaten on paper. Now that you look at it, even though hindsight's 2020, they should have won those games, and they beat those fucking teams' ass.
Yep.
So they did what they had to do against the less inferior teams, and they beat the shit out of them. So yeah, I'm with you. Let's see what they can do against a better team, but I still think this Colts team is for fucking real, man. I mean, the Colts' next 4 games
are
at the Rams this week.
Okay.
Home against the Raiders. Home against the Cardinals, and then they get a flight back to SoFi Stadium to take on the Chargers.
Okay.
So I would say they could go 2-2 in that time span, and if not surprised. But again, you have to win the games you need to win and upset the teams that you need to upset to kind of go over that sand. We've talked about this division all the time. This division, anybody can win it any year, anytime. It's one of those kind of wishy-washy divisions. And they're 3-0. Jacksonville's been a surprise at 2-1. And then you have the other 2, Houston and Tennessee, that are bottom of the barrel, 0-3. Like, in a weird way, could this division be like Colts wrap it up in a bow by like week 9, week 10? It could be. It could be.
Yeah, if they go on a run, but I like Dominique's prediction right there. If they can go 2-2 in that time period, I think they'd be in really good shape. Because again, Houston's facing the 0-3 start. We don't know what Jacksonville is yet, so we'll have to see, man. And then Tennessee's Tennessee, so it's not like they're going to be creeping up. So, very good win for the Colts, guys, as they move on to 3 up, 3 down. Like Matt said, the 3 teams ahead on their schedule they took care of. Now, a very funky team to think about because their quarterback situation, but Carson Wentz dialed up the way back machine, and the defense looked like the freaking purple people eaters.
You had Minnesota's defense on fantasy, 32 fantasy points.
Whoa, for a defense?
The most I've seen in the last couple of years was the Colts had like 27 one time.
Damn.
I've never seen a defense get more than 30. That's nuts.
Insane, dude.
Nuts.
That's amazing. Shout out to the Vikings, man. No one saw that coming.
No, and I don't
win,
Carson Wentz didn't
he can
have to
sling it though, dude. He can make some bonehead decisions, but he can also sling it though, man.
Do you think this is the Vikings turning themselves around?
I mean, they've done it without. I mean,
they did play the Bengals without fucking Joe Burrow, and what's the guy's name? The quarterback, the backup.
J.J. McCarthy.
No, for the Bengals.
Oh, Jake Browning.
Yeah, he kind of shit the bed.
But if you look, but Minnesota's next 4 games, I'll just go with trends here. They're at Dublin against the Steelers, so an international game that's kind of even keel for both. Yeah. Then they stay in Europe. Then they have to go to London to play the Browns. So they got 2 straight weeks in Europe.
They should beat the Browns.
They should beat the Steelers too.
Then they get a bye week, and then coming out of the bye week, they have the Eagles at home, and then on a short week they got to come play the Chargers.
I think
Well,
they're
the
gonna.
Chargers.
I think they're gonna do the opposite. I think was it last year? Jacksonville was in Europe for 2 straight
Jacksonville,
weeks,
yeah. Yep.
and they won both games and looked very good.
Yeah.
I
That's
think it's going to
true.
be the other trend. I think it's going to be the Vikings are going to win both games.
This guy.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
because
I mean, they beat us last year over there.
I look at the game that they play, or the team that they play next, and that's the Steelers, dude. And talk about living up to that name, Steelers. We'll talk about that in a second. But the fact that a team like that can take games the way they do, it's like, man, is Tomlin ever going to have a losing record? I was predicting the Steelers were going to have their first losing record under Tomlin, but they get wins like they get this week and maybe in Ireland or Dublin or whatever the hell they're playing.
Yeah.
Man, they're going to stay above 500. But as far as the Vikings are concerned, guys, if they get any quarterback play, they are going to be difficult to beat with that defense. The defense, for whatever reason, is very fast and they chase you down. You gotta make them make mistakes.
When this is coming off a week where the first 2 weeks of the year, the Vikings defense looked terrible.
Yeah.
So again, they're one of those 1-2, 2-1 teams where it's Jekyll and Hyde. Are they real or are they fake? We're at that point now. Like I've always said, the first 4 weeks gives you a really good litmus test of what to expect. Carson Wentz, 14 of 20 passing for just 173 yards and 2 touchdowns. Pedestrian numbers, but when you have a defense playing like the way you did, short fields and turnovers that score points, that's immaculate in that connotation.
That's true. Oh, I was wrong. It was 2 years ago. Thanks, Mario. It was 2 years ago where I think the Jacksonville beat the Colts.
Had the double up.
Yeah. He's right. Okay, so let's move on to those Patriots versus the Steelers. I love the throwback music. If you guys got a chance to tune in,
that was I love that shit, man.
They're playing some 1970s music, CBS Sports. You had the Patriots wearing the old red. But here, guys, listen. Again, Aaron Rodgers did not blow me away in this game. Steelers did it just enough to win this game. 5 turnovers by the Patriots, and they still had a chance to win on the final drive. They turned the ball over twice in the red zone. Here are those plays. Look at those orange face masks. I love it. But
the
look,
creamsicle.
Listen. I love the
Jets.
I will say this. We talked about this a couple weeks ago before I let you guys take a shot at this game, because this game had everything. Jets big comeback, the Buccaneers kind of getting too relaxed. You had the fans, you had the jerseys, everything, right? But I did notice something, and I wanted to see if you guys noticed it as well. We put 3 guys up there that have to win a Super Bowl this year, in Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Jared Goff. Can we add Baker Mayfield? Because he did not show any kind of emotion when they were blowing the game, and when they asked him, hey, we need these points at the end, we just got a massive special teams blunder. He put his helmet on and boom, 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 game over. I mean, he showed some Joe Montana. I'm just saying.
I would say when it comes to Baker Mayfield, and again, this is going to come at nauseum, but we talk about Baker every week, or at least I bring it up, how much of a dog he is.
Yeah.
I don't think he has. I think people think it, but they don't put the pressure on Baker Mayfield like they do Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. But if you look at the team-by-team breakdown, offense, defense, special teams, I think so far right now, Tampa Bay is better than Baltimore. Tampa Bay is in ways better than Detroit. Not overall, but I think there's pieces where you could have the conversation that Tampa could beat Detroit in a game tomorrow. Buffalo is a different conversation on its own. Baker Mayfield is that dog that will go and get the job done. He don't care what the score is. If any other team but the 49ers was to win the Super Bowl, I would be happy and thrilled for Baker Mayfield, for what he's been through in his career, from the Cleveland to getting bounced in Carolina to playing for the Rams those final 2 games of the years on a short Thursday, beating the Raiders, and then now a 3-year, $100 million deal with the Bucs, and looking to save that franchise after Tom Brady retired. If he gets one and Tampa Bay finds a way, more power fucking to Baker Mayfield. What a dude.
Yep.
Well, Baker was the first to, turn the Browns around, because that was the year, Todd, I was rooting for them. And I, thought they were going to make the playoff, and they did. So he did turn that franchise around for all those losing years, not making a playoff. So I will give him that credit. But I think you made a point, Dom. He doesn't get the pressure like the Josh Allen does and the Lamar Jacksons and the so forth and so on. And so I think because he doesn't get pressure, you don't look at him like that. But secretly, he has been a pretty good quarterback, and he is deserving of a Super Bowl ring. He reminds me of the Jared Goff, Matt Stafford type quarterback, the ones that's been in the league for a while, and happy to see them win. So if he wins one, I'll be happy for him.
Yeah. Randy?
Real quick, I know Landon's been asking this, so since we're on the game, I'll respond to him. Shut up and let me talk. Sorry, sack. He had let me read this for you, bro. He had a low grade, mild to moderate, looks like hamstring. Yeah, left hamstring.
Yep.
He's likely to 3 to 4 weeks he's going to miss. Okay. Now, as we touch on this game, it was a tale of two halves. Let me tell you, dude. Well, first of all, that Buccaneers offensive line, just like the Dolphins, is in fucking shambles, dude. Holy shit. And the penalties in that first half. Oh my God, I'm so lovely and lucky I'm not in my 20s anymore, because every window and whatever in this motherfucking place would have been broken and all the penalties they called in that first half, dude. I was so irritated. But that second half, man, 3 tutties in that second half. But my one gripe, as much as I went off and celebrated that blocked field goal for a touchdown by Will McDonald, I understand, you got to score. But, man, I really had faith the way we were playing that second half. You should have probably fucking went down at like the 2, dude.
Yeah.
Run some time off the clock as much as it can. Force Tampa Bay to burn some timeouts. Get, whatever. Run as much time as you can. Even if you got to kneel it a few times or whatever, and then try to punch it in, or if at all, try, as much time as you can. Whatever I can't remember the score. She probably needed a touchdown, but I had faith in it, dude. And I really, looking back, was like, fuck, man, you probably should have went down, force them to use some, the rest of their timeouts, because, man, $1:49 left for Baker Mayfield, and I think they had a timeout or 2 left on the
yeah, it was 26-20. It was 26-20 when that block field goal happened.
Yeah, okay, so we needed a tutty, dude. So, like, oh man, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't in that situation. But fuck, man, we really could have won that game.
But imagine flipping the tables in this game and then flipping the tables on Pittsburgh in week 1. That's 2 games that just went off the fingertips a little bit, and you're competing for a division just 1 game back of the Bills, and it feels different.
Yeah.
And Tyrod looked pretty good in this game. I'll give him that, at least in the second half. First half, not so much. The running game, I thought they hung in there. Like you said, they were getting hit all around with those.
He could fucking learn to throw it too, and maybe not hesitate to run when he needs to. Because there were moments I'm like, dude, get rid of the fucking ball, or just take the fuck out.
and here, playing off Dominique's trend here too, man. The Bucs' next 4 games are at home against the Eagles, at Seattle, at home against the Niners, and at Detroit.
That is a gauntlet.
That's
the Buccaneers.
That's the Buccaneers.
Landon, boy, you better win at least fucking 2 of them games. I'm gonna give you shit.
And here's a funny thing: to get a break with the Patriots and the Saints, right?
Watch them lose.
But then they go on the road to Buffalo and LA Rams. So
who hates the Buccaneers over in the NFL?
But they probably have one of the easier end of season schedules where you have the Saints, Falcons, Panthers, Dolphins, Panthers. So if they get through the middle chunk, they could coast into the post. Yeah, but that's a freaking gauntlet, man.
That's fucking tough, bro.
That might be the toughest gauntlet you're going to see for a single team this year.
That is. Well, speaking of a team that will likely not make the playoffs, there it is. We're on the road against Washington, and let's just say this game was not very close, just like this tackling for the Raiders.
Can I? I don't have a lot to say. Can I start this one off?
Yes.
Yeah, go.
Now, Atlanta, you better get your fucking head out of your asses, because I learned a stat today that not even one time this fucking season has Penix Jr. and the Falcons taken a shot downfield. They do all this fucking side to the field shit, and people are catching on to that shit, and that fucking game showed it 1,000,000,000%. Learn to fucking take shots downfield if you're going to open it up. Jesus Christ, that is some of the stuff to do this shit every fucking week. You're not Aaron Rodgers, dog. Learn to open it up.
Two words. Kirk Cousins.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Too early, Dom.
If Atlanta
Too early, Dom.
If Atlanta struggles against the Commanders like they did against Carolina and get a whooping like 30-something to 13 or whatever, you think? Look how quick they hooked Kirk Cousins last year. You don't think they won't do it again?
Yeah.
And do it the opposite? They have to, because, again, I don't know why tonight is this trend, but let's look at the next couple of games for the Falcons. You have the Commanders. Then on a Monday night, they have, or after a bye week, they have the Buffalo Bills on Monday night. Then they have the Dolphins, Patriots, and then a road trip to Berlin to take on the Colts.
Ooh. They can win the Dolphins.
To me, if you screw around with the Commanders after that bye week, Kirk Cousins is in against Buffalo.
Ooh, Dom called it. I don't know. I might be with Dom on this one, dude. I mean, if the Falcons really don't want to tank their season this early, they might have to.
You have winnable games in a division that most of the time, outside of Tampa Bay, because Baker Mayfield and that crew is really good, it's always Tampa and one other team that makes it competitive to the end. After the Commanders and the Buffalo Bills with that bye week in between, you have winnable games. Dolphins, Patriots, Colts could be competitive, but still. Panthers, Saints, Jets.
Yeah.
Temper expectation. But again, there's like 5 wins on the table right there.
Yeah,
And
at least.
You go 5-2, you're back to 6-4 above 500. You cannot fuck around and find out. Kirk Cousins is your guy.
Didn't they pull him last year, though?
Yeah. And I'd pull Penix.
I mean, look, all I got to say, guys, I don't think the Falcons there's no wild card coming out of that division.
No.
You're probably right on that one.
So you're going to have to win it or else. And you're already 2 games back of the Bucks already. So
hopefully management and that coaching staff fucking understand that.
And they don't play Tampa Bay until December the 11th on Thursday Night Football.
Say they're struggling at the half. Do they pull him and put in Cousins?
Yeah.
I say go for it, I guess. I don't know.
If he's struggling, but it's a manageable game, like within 2 scores, go for it. Hell, if it's a winnable game, especially if Mariota is playing.
Yeah.
Again, he's not Jaden Daniels, so you have a little margin of error room.
Right.
What's holding you back, Raheem Morris? Like, I get it. You drafted up to get this guy. And it's no knock on Michael Penix. Like, he's a talented kid. But I don't know if it's the pairing with the offensive coordinator or what. Again, like Randy said, there is no downfield shots. Drake London can go downfield. Darnell Mooney can go down the field. Like, he was utilizing Kyle Pitts the first 2 weeks in the middle of the field for those short passes. Use Kyle Pitts and Bijan and then take everybody else deep.
Yes.
That balances your offense so much better. Give me the freaking OC job right now. Let's go.
Talking about, babe. Come on.
Is that real breaking news?
I don't know. We'll check that right now. I doubt it.
I'm gonna doubt it because
I doubt it.
We got fooled last week.
Yeah.
All right, so this will move us on to a game that was slightly better than the Who Gives a Fuck game of the week, and that was the Jacksonville Jaguars hosting the division rival Houston Texans. Houston Texans absolutely have to win this game, and it didn't happen. The offensive line, guys, has been terrible, and here's why. Notice Stroud's hand as he was trying to bring him back for the tying touchdown. It was hit late in the game, which led to this. So
if you do look on the back end, Christian Kirk had his hands up, pass interference. It would have been if there was no tip.
Yeah, that's true. Now,
2 completely different results.
Before you guys give your takes on this game, I got to ask you a simple question.
Yes.
Are the Texans through 3 weeks the biggest disappointment?
Yes.
I would say they're up there, man. I mean, CJ Stroud, this is what, his third year?
Third year, yeah.
This is supposed to be the leap year. I get the sophomore slump, but it's like Todd's been saying, it's sophomore slump part 2. Like, this was supposed to be the next step year, man, and you're fucking regressing.
And the only big
rookie of the year, remember?
Yep.
The only big injury that they have on their roster right now is Joe Mixon. Like, they have Nico Collins.
That's unacceptable. You guys got to be playing better.
They got Christian Kirk back this week, which he's okay. But after that, you kind of have no excuses. And their defense isn't horrible.
Right.
Their defense is decent. So why can't you score points?
Yeah.
Yeah. Against
Offensive
the
line's not
scored
the greatest,
9.
Yeah.
And against the Buccaneers, they scored 19. And against the Jaguars, they scored 10. Something's wrong offensively. I don't blame this on the defenses. Something's going on with the offensive coordinator or whatever.
Yeah.
There's got to be some miscommunication there somewhere.
But but what about on the opposite side of the spectrum, Jacksonville? Trevor Lawrence,
looking really good.
Liam Cohen. I know Brian Thomas Jr., their wide receiver, has not lived up to any of the hype, but Duval is 2-1.
Well, let me run the old Dominick by you. After they play the Titans this week, which should be a win, but you can't tell with this team. Dude, talk about again. Dominick is nailing it. The 4-game stretches. Here's another brutal one, guys. If the Texans don't win against, or even if they do win against the Titans, they go to Baltimore, Seattle, at home against the 49ers and Broncos.
Oh, fuck.
Yikes!
The season's over, dude.
Yikes!
Their season's fucking over.
Well, they might beat Seattle. I'm just saying.
No. Their season's over in 2 weeks, dude. At 0-5, they're done. Done.
Wow. Okay, but if they go 0-5, let's now put in this consideration here. We talked about it with the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
Our team's going to start calling them and be like, hey.
Yeah.
D'Amico Ryan, you want to start balling out? Like, you have a good team. You put in a lot of this defensive free agency.
I wouldn't.
So you would. Yeah. So you wouldn't, Matt. You would say, hey, I want to keep these guys for next year. Give it another shot.
I would. If you go 0-5 at that point.
Dude, do you understand what it's going to take to fucking bring in guys like that? Dude, the Texans aren't anywhere near like in any kind of fucking room to be giving up those kind of picks, dude. Like they got a defense that an offense, the defense they still need to add to, but they need an offensive line, dude. And so I'd be stupid. It'd be stupid to start giving away first round picks.
That's what I'm saying. I would leave it alone and just get some draft picks.
You're not. Wide receiver isn't your problem. It's your offense. It's your offensive mindset and your offensive line.
Yeah.
And no running game.
I would not give up my play. Just give up the season. You still got a young quarterback. You got a good receiving core, like Randy said. Just beef up that offensive line. Your defense is pretty solid. Man, tank, man. Get that number 1 pick. Get the top 5 pick and tank. Don't break it up.
I heard it from a Texas fan. That says this year's offensive line is giving shades and PTSD of David Carr back in the day, man.
No shit, huh? It's that bad, huh?
Yeah,
I know it's bad, but fuck, I didn't. Well, that's just more. You got to build that offensive line, dude, because CJ Stroud's a good quarterback, but clearly he is in his own head, and that offensive line's probably why. And they obviously, and offensively, like as far as scheme wise, they whatever the fuck they're doing isn't working.
But
yeah,
switch it up.
And you saw the same thing with Joe Burrow. His offensive line isn't great, but in years past, he has been able to overcome it in ways. Yeah. So that's more Joe Burrow versus CJ Stroud, how they overcome other ineptitude issues. But definitely that O-line, if I'm Houston, tank a little bit, just ride out the wave this season. I think their head coach still has like 2 or 3 years left on a deal. Like they're not going to uproot and rebuild their franchise. I don't think that's in the cards.
Well, I would hope management would think like you're not going anywhere if you don't have an offensive line, or at least middle of the pack kind of offensive line. There's a lot of this league is based around a lot of teams not having the greatest offensive line. I mean, it shows every week, but like if you can get in the middle of the pack kind of offensive line, just keep your quarterback upright for the most part, dude. You'll be all right.
And they've got a lot of cap room, so that could be where they can entice some free agent offensive linemen next year. So maybe maybe they'll just say, "Hey, let's just take one on the chin here and reset for next year." Now we're going to go to Denver West, which is Los Angeles. That stadium was a lot of orange, but I will still say, no matter all the orange that was there, they still support the Chargers a lot better than the Rams fans do their own team. And that's a shot at the Rams because it's true. But the Chargers and the Broncos, and I'll just say this, guys, and let me know if you agree or disagree. But you know that kid that always, you make those buffalo wings or whatever, and what your kids, you give them the buffalo wings or the nephew or whatever, and he leaves a lot of meat on the bone. I think the Broncos left a lot of meat on the bone in this game. I think they could have won this game straight up, but hand it to the Chargers, though, man. They got all the scraps, right?
Can't believe it.
Let's check out the highlights because I know Rally Chris has been waiting to poke at you with this one.
When Harbaugh came in, like his first thing he thought was like, I gotta fucking fix this offensive line. I got a damn good quarterback, and I can get me some good running back, but it don't mean shit if I continue with the damn bullshit in front of them. So kudos to them, and they started right off the bat in the draft, dude. So
I feel
paying dividends.
Kudos to Keenan Allen, man.
Yeah.
Keenan Allen is probably, for the fantasy people out there, he is the sneaky pickup so far of this season. I have him in 2 of my leagues, which is great. But I don't want to say Denver is like the Houston Texans in the disappointment category, but a 1-2 start did not have that peg. There's still positivity in that organization right now. I think the way in which you shot yourself in the foot a little bit in the last 2 weeks, not a great sign, but I feel Denver needs to snap out of it quick because now you're 2 games back of a division rival and you really don't have any time to waste.
Real quick, who has Denver lost to? I know Chargers, obviously. Who's the other one?
The Colts.
Colts. And that penalty get back.
You know what? And there you go. I'll write off that. Like they lost us some pretty good teams, but at the same time, they shot themselves in the foot. So very winnable games too. So I think the Broncos are still very much for real. They just gotta they just gotta get their head out of their ass.
And in Randy's point, before I'll pass it to Matty, because I know he'll probably have a lot to say on this.
Oh, you got that right.
is we talked about how tough schedules are. Again, I don't know why this is the trend tonight, but it just is. So we're going to keep it going. Tampa Bay's got a gauntlet. Houston's got a gauntlet in different ways. Denver, no. They got the Bengals on Monday night. They got to go to Philly. Okay, that's a good game. After that, they got to go play the Jets in London, home against the Giants, home against the Cowboys, at Houston, and then home against the Raiders. I think they only lose 1 game, and that's to the Eagles. That's a call to bounce back if you're That's a bounce back. That's 5-1 in your next 6.
I'm so goddamn disappointed in the Broncos, man. The last 2 weeks, man, they could have won this game. And they let the Chargers win. And all that means is Rally Chris is going to keep talking and talking and talking. You know what, Rally Chris? I'm going to tell you one thing. I let you off the hook last year because you told me what happened. But I ain't letting you off the hook this year. I don't care what happens. I'm dogging you. If y'all lose, you ain't going to hear the laugh of me. I'm dogging you, man. You can enjoy it. Just enjoy it. I'll take it. I can take it.
That first Chargers loss is going to be so sweet for me.
I'm talking.
Oh, yeah.
Month, year, anniversary, or whatever happened. I'm talking.
Wow. Man. Hold on.
Hey. Don't be so disrespectful, okay?
Right. You can enjoy it, Rally Chris. You too, Josh. You can enjoy it. Y'all winning. I'll give you credit. Y'all looking really good. And y'all going to win this week coming up too. So you're going to go 4-0. But just enjoy it. It's okay. Just wait.
All right. Well, we'll see. I mean, again, Sean Payton has got these Broncos playing good. Again, they could easily be 3-0. There's a couple teams like that, a bounce here, bounce there. But, good game all in all, and Chargers did what they had to do. So let's move on to a game which, again, I love this team because they're my team. But even I was bored, and I was watching other games in mine in the second half because it was over the first quarter.
It was
You
gone.
didn't enjoy that beatdown,
I
y'all?
wish my fucking team scored 30-some points and beat
To the
some ass on
track
defense.
wall and gone.
We put in all the second stringers, not even midway through the third quarter. This is all you need to see right here.
Lord.
This is all you need to see from Rob all weekend.
That
Oh,
hit in the
man.
middle. Todd, you'd have to tell me who on the Seahawks made that hit in the middle of the field on the kicker, because that was the
Whoever
epitome of the game.
That
Who
was
made
our
that block?
fullback. That was our fullback.
Hey, man,
Oh,
he's
Rob
not
laughing his
crap
ass
out.
off right now.
That was the epitome of a game. The Saints showed up and just got whacked.
Let's just say the only thing that showed up clean was their jerseys. That's about it, man.
Ooh, man.
They got their ass kicked, and it
was
wasn't
the
even
Saints,
close,
though.
man.
It was the Saints.
Yeah, well, I know that's why I'm not taking much out of it. Like literally, it was like watching a college football game. Like Rob knows, he watches USC. He's an SC fan. When SC plays Sam Houston, I mean, you're expecting a 40-point beatdown, right?
Yeah.
You might get a 60-point. And I was thinking that if the Seahawks kept the foot on the pedal, this game would have been like 63-10. You know, it was an ugly game, man.
Another one of them pussy ass teams can't just keep the foot on the throttle. Put 90 on them bitches.
And now, you know what even pisses me off? I could put the Seahawks in that category, man. One play against the Niners. If homeboy steps up, we're 3-0. That's all there is to it, man. But guess who was benched? Guess who was benched and didn't get to play till the second half? So our boy who made the mistakes against the Niners, dude. He could not be in there this entire
you got to
game.
drop a name. I don't know who you're talking about.
27. I'm even blanking on his name right now. Rick Woolen. He's the
you
one
guys benched him?
Yeah, we benched him. So he didn't come into the fourth quarter from what I seen. So
Fuck.
yeah, that's what you get, man. I mean,
Who's your guys' coach?
McDaniels.
Mike McDonald.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mike
Mike McDonald. Yeah,
Mike.
he's really good. But yeah, that game was
a beatdown. What more can you say? It's a clean win.
Yeah, there's nothing much I could talk about this game. Sorry, Rob, but
You know, Rob had his fucking Darno fucking USC jersey on.
I like what he says. The Saints are the angels of the NFL.
Damn, they're that bad, huh?
I will say this, man. You got a shining light in Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Oh yeah,
that guy is
absolutely.
nice. He's nice. I'll give you that.
Well, at least the Saints can give a Christmas sweater during Christmas time.
That's true. So enough about that. Was the boring game of the week. Even though I'm a Seahawks fan, I should love it. But you got to win those games, and they did exactly what they
I'm a
had to
Jeff fan. I don't give a shit. I've been talking hella shit. I don't give a fuck.
Now we move on to the 1-star rated game.
Hell yeah! I love. Woo!
So as we get to this
Randy.
one, I think Randy, did you have something here you want to play?
No.
Yeah, you go ahead and play the highlight, and then we'll get into what I gotta give.
Okay, first I'll say this,
Hey,
Matt.
Be kind, man.
Matt, I'm gonna play this play and tell me why. Tell me why the play was blown up, the pitch was bad, and you still had no pressure on
It was
Mr.
a
Painted
horrible
Nails.
pitch.
Look
I
at this.
already know what play.
Oh man, hey, who'd you guys all pick in that game?
You know what, Randy? Okay, you be quiet. All right, we all know who you picked. God damn it, we look like Joe Montana. I can't believe our defense.
Well, there we do have like a slight extended portion to that highlight. If I could, I'm gonna play it for you right here, man.
No, what happened, Matty Matt? Your Cowboys lost to some QB that likes to paint his nails, Caleb Williams, and the Bears. And now you guys are 1-2, joining last place Toilet Bowl. The Giants are gonna have a better record than you guys this year. And you can't even enjoy a victory like my Chargers beat the Broncos. We're 3-0 against our division. Matty Matt, because your Cowboys need to paint his nails in order to beat the Bears.
The audacity!
You're very disrespectful, young man. You are one disrespectful. You kept saying, I can't wait for this. I swear to God, I wanted to walk away right now. You are very disrespectful, and you know it. And y'all knew this, didn't y'all?
I'm the one
I
that
knew
set it up.
nothing. Knew nothing.
Dominic didn't know. Todd knew, but I told him to keep it quiet.
You're my boy, man. You're very disrespectful, Todd. You could have told me something.
As soon as the Chargers won, I told him to give me a little 30-second clip. I'd hook him up.
Hey, Randy.
Or
Matt.
Randy.
Matt, I got to ask you one question.
What is it, man?
Listen, it's the new season. We're 3 weeks into the show. We've been playing highlights every show.
We're trash.
Why is it that every time we show Cowboy highlights, some guy is like 5 to 10 yards behind the defender every time? What is wrong with your coverage?
We're
Well,
trash.
Mario's saying it right there.
We're trash. We have no secondary. We ass cheeks, booty wipes, whatever you want to call it. It stinks. We're all the
Booty
above.
did.
Charmin tissue, man. We are horrible. Trayvon Diggs, I'm sorry, man. You gotta go. Them interceptions was great 3 years ago. You can't guard. Anybody. And it's just sickening. We made Russell Wilson last year look like a star. We made Caleb Williams kill us like that. What? Do you know how sickening it was? I stopped watching it in the first half, man. It was over. When we tied to 14-14, I said, you know what? We're going to lose. I was feeling we're going to lose. And then sure enough, the very first drive when they get the ball, what happens? They score on us. And then we ain't scored not one time. Then we get an interception. We driving down the lane. We getting close to the goal line. And then we get picked off. I was done. I was screaming. How pissed off I was because we let the Bears kill us, man. Give credit to the Bears. I have nothing against them. They did everything they should. Caleb Williams had 19 completions for 298 yards. That man was averaging 16 yards a pass. That's every first down. Every pass he threw was a first down. I was sick. I'm still
Trust
sick.
me, we are all going to call them as Stephen A. Smith said this morning, the Alice Cowboys, because they left their D back in Texas.
Yeah.
Oh,
They got no D.
Hey, Stephen A. steals on my jokes now.
They ain't got no D. There's no D in Dallas. I swear to God.
There's definitely no D.
There's never no D in
They
Dallas.
ain't got no balls, man. They're just done.
Man, oh man. Remember that wireless, remember back in the day when it was like Verizon, T-Mobile, remember Singular Wireless that had no coverage? Yeah. There's your reincarnation. The Dallas Singular Wireless,
I
baby.
can't defend my team, man.
All I can say is told y'all so.
I tried not to laugh with that one, Dom, but that was a good one.
You know what, Todd? You're supposed to be my boy, man. You're disrespectful.
I'm sorry, man.
That's messed up, Todd.
I
You're
was
supposed
not
to be my boy,
expecting
man.
that kind of reaction. But I will.
Because it's all the delivery. It's a good job.
I'm going to say
No,
this. We'll
no.
bring back the stats. Again, we'll give Randy his due. The only one to pick the Bears, and he said the final score would be 27-17. Pardon me,
Close.
27-17. The final was what? 31-17?
Yeah.
31-14.
31-14.
31-14. Randy, good for you.
Appreciate it.
Go ahead,
Up
Randy.
there.
Rob giving that USC love. All right, so the Cowboys get torched for a third straight week.
It was
And
gorgeous.
Hey, we
Yeah.
got one win. Stop playing.
Here, well, defense. Let's move on to the midgets coming down
Oh,
Lollipop
wow, those
Lane.
Fucking assholes.
They went to find the gold, the pot of the gold right there. Midgets, leprechauns, whatever you want to call them. They went into San Francisco and they forgot one other leprechaun they should be covering. The only weapon, and they let them do this.
Balls, we just won, bitches.
Hey,
Let's
Dom.
go, Dub City.
Dom. Let me say this. Because I want your reaction. Obviously, it's your team. You're going to take a shot at this.
Yeah.
But I got to say, I was feeling pretty confident when they got that safety. And then why the hell did they throw on third down? And again, Harrison should have made that catch, man. He makes that catch. The Niners are in trouble. Yeah. So break it down, man. Were you surprised at the Niners' effort? Did they give you what you thought you'd get with Mac Jones, or were you disappointed?
To me, they gave what they could with Mac Jones. He had that PCL knee injury that kind of flared up a little bit, so he was kind of hobbling through most of the second half. But the 49ers found a way. And again, it starts with the defense. This Robert Saleh defense, there are guys that are meant to be head coaches and guys meant to be coordinators. Robert Saleh is a gifted defensive coordinator. He plucks every single ounce of football out of you from veteran to rookie. That is where the 49ers won this game, in the trenches. Prayers up. I will say James Conner, nasty injury. He's out for the rest of the year. That was ugly to watch with all he's been through with cancer and everything.
Yeah.
So James Conner, up to you. But the Niners offensively they squeaked by. They did what they had to do with Mac Jones. We know he's the backup, and he did just enough. Like I told Steve Elise on Saturday, she was like, "Do you believe in Mac Jones?" I'm like, "I'm going to believe him if we keep winning and he does what he does." And he did just enough. So that's offense. On the Arizona
he didn't lose
side
the
of
game.
things,
That's all you got to say.
Yeah. Did not, after that bad interception, I'm like, man, is this where we go? But, everybody said Tom Brady hit the cliff and then he went up. So Mac Jones, good for you. I will give him his due in the sense of that final drive to get down the field. They did just 10-yard check down passes. Everybody, Arizona's thinking they're going to lob the ball deep to Pearsall, and it's dink, doink, dink, get to where you need to go. Then
Rob throwing some shots.
Don't you miss Moody, Dom?
No, I know. Todd
Moody who?
Moody booty who, baby.
Moody,
but
Moody.
This is the prime example of why I will call Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
When you're nice to Kyler Murray, and honestly, it wasn't completely his fault. You had receivers drop the effing ball. Marvin Harrison Jr., yikes. And then at the end, Zay Jones getting it popped away from the rookie Upton Stout, which was a difference in the ball game. There was a couple penalties, a couple safety things. Luckily, didn't factor in. The biggest news, and I know, Randy, we were talking about this a little bit in the chat. Nick Bosa is done for the season. ACL right knee. That is the second ACL tear in the same knee. The first one happened in 2020 against the Jets on the MetLife turf.
Yeah.
So second time in the last 5 years, he is done. Bryce Huff is going to move into the starting rotation spot for right now, because right now, I know Randy has his reservations, but Bryce Huff, shockingly enough, he is the 5th rated defensive end in the NFL through the first 3 weeks.
Well, yeah, because he doesn't have to start.
Well, exactly. But
now he does.
Now he does. 49ers, a trade's a coming. They're not.
I would fucking hope so, bro.
Yeah.
And I think there is one, maybe two moves I make. And the number one move is clear. Go out, give a little jingle jangle to Joe Burrow and the Bengals and say, we want Trey Hendrickson.
Oh, please don't.
He's on a 1-year deal. He is a effing beast, and Cincinnati's going to need something for him. Niners have some picks. They can give up a couple and figure it out. Option number 2, give the New York Giants a call. Kayvon Thibodeau, you got a year and a half left on your contract. Brian Dable's going to be fired. This offense, Russell Wilson's getting his ass benched. Call the Giants. Something, John Lynch, if he can make a deal for one of those two players, GM of the decade right there. Like, to make all these moves and make the money work. Yeah, William Bradley King, okay, practice squad, good for him. Like, that's a filler spot. I'm talking about a bona fide spot here.
Well, yeah, if you think you're a playoff caliber,
with
caliber.
Yeah.
With oh God, what the fuck? Who were we just talking about? The
Bosa?
No, yeah, the guy who's taking over for him. Why did I just forget his name?
Oh, the guy. What? Oh, Bryce Huff.
Bryce Huff. Thank you. Yeah, Mateo, with Bryce Huff being called, and somebody had to get called up because there's a spot open now. So
yeah,
obviously.
I think the Niners are now in a situation where their next 4 games, you got Jacksonville at home, a short week at home against the Rams, SoFi Stadium, but bleed it red, baby, and then you go to Tampa, and then you come home for Sunday Night Football against Atlanta. If the Niners, after this Bosa injury,
it's a couple of toughies in the middle there.
I think if you can walk away bare minimum 2-2, let's just put 2-2
I
out
can see
there.
2-2.
Yeah,
I'd say that's a win for the 49ers, but I think
I agree.
They need to go 3-1. I think they definitely need to go 3-1. They got to find a way to scrape a win against the Rams or the Bucs.
I can't see them going less than 2-2. I mean,
honestly, if they go 3-1, I can't see them beating the Rams on a short week. But I could see them beating the Bucs.
I think with Mike Evans
on 9 days, hell yeah.
And with Mike Evans, well, again, that would be 3 weeks from now. Mike Evans, they're saying
He might
2
be
to
back.
4. So, and Chris Godwin's coming back. So they might have some pieces to compete. I think if I'm the 49ers, Brock Purdy's probably coming back this week. He practiced last week. He's going to practice. So I would say and Demarcus Robinson, wide receivers, coming off a suspension this week. Jawan Jennings is going to come back. Kittle's probably 2 to 3 weeks away, probably that Bucks game or beyond. McCaffrey's looking good. I think we're at this point now for the 49ers where you use the Jacksonville game as the tune-up, and you have to put your balls to the freaking walls and go after the Rams. Do not hold anything for granted. You need to do them dirty on the road on Thursday night and prove a point. Because if you can end up going 5-0, I think, and basically the Rams would have 2 losses unless the Colts upset them this week, which would be freaking huge.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Niners have a huge opportunity awaiting for them. And I feel they're going to make a trade to fill Bosa's shoes, and it's going to be a big one. They did it 2 years ago. That led them to the Super Bowl, and they picked up Chase Young, even though he kind of tailed off at the end of the year. They're not afraid to go out and get those guys who are on the last year of the deal and let them walk in free agency. So Trey Hendrickson, a nice rental, and then he'll go get his bag in the offseason for whoever wants him. Maybe Dallas might need it.
By the way, I was gonna say, kudos to YouTube for screwing us over and not letting us play these long things, because I had made a real funny 2 scrambles that the midget did against the Niners where his little legs were going so fast. It was so cute. I really wanted to show you guys and zoom in on that, but magically no. So let's move on to a game that was pretty boring and it lived up to the hype on Sunday Night Football. Chiefs and Giants.
Oh.
And here's the only play of the game.
No, the highlight should have been Travis Kelce headbutting Andy Reid.
Yeah, but that's all they needed right there. I mean, again, Russell Wilson ineffective in that Dable Giants offense. Well, and the Chiefs didn't do anything.
Dart's starting this week, right?
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
Dom, didn't you call that? He'd be starting real soon.
I said between weeks 4 and 6.
This motherfucker.
He called it again.
There's your receipt for yourself, Dom.
And and he's got to go out against an undefeated Chargers squad. Ooh. Have fun with that one. That's
come on, Giants. Let's do this.
The Giants, they have pieces. Cam Scattaboo, as Rob put, he's a nice piece. Jackson Dart's going to be nice. They got Neighbors, Wandale Robinson. They got some offensive weapons that they can utilize. I just think Dable is the wrong guy. For years, I said maybe Dable needs a year or two just to, maybe it's not his fault. Yes,
he's an offensive coordinator.
You know what they're banking on? Remember when he first became their coach and then out of nowhere they made the playoffs?
Yeah.
I think they think he's going to do that again every year.
I think everybody thought he was the reason Josh Allen was so good. Well, it turns out Josh Allen's just fucking good.
But I'm going to go back to last year on Hard Knocks and then drafting or not drafting Jaden Daniels, right? That was the whole conversation about letting Saquon Barkley go in that whole drama that went around there. You had the opportunity, because you're now that we know, perspective 2020, that Daniel Jones is gone, right? You could have bit the bullet, kept Barkley, immediately said bye to Daniel Jones, had a wash year with whoever the backup, Tommy DeVito, or signed somebody free agent-wise, and you could have got Jaden Daniels. You could have had Jaden Daniels, Saquon Barkley, and Malik Neighbors.
Shit, I'd have been starting. I'd have been starting those 3. I would have been like, you ain't riding the bench. You're starting. No, rookie quarterback or not.
No, well, maybe I take that back. Neighbors.
Remember, Jaden Daniels as a rookie was fucking good.
Yeah.
So I'll take that back. Let me reframe that because I'm thinking back. They took Neighbors in the first round last year because he's a rookie. They would have taken Daniels instead of Neighbors. Pardon me. Right? Or did they have 2 first-round picks?
No, they already had.
Dude, imagine Daniels and fucking Saquon Barkley, bro. Just those 2 alone.
What do you got, Matt? You were saying?
Giants.
No, I thought you were talking about Daniel Jones. So my bad.
No. Okay. Yeah, because I'm like, I think the Giants. I forget if they had 1 or 2 picks in the first round.
I think they had 2. They had 2.
Okay, so again, you could have potentially had Jaden Daniels and Malik Neighbors.
Yeah.
Or at least another top wide receiver.
The Giants are going to giant. So
exactly. Imagine. I would say if they had Daniels, Barkley, and Neighbors, they probably would have been what the Commanders were last year.
When did the Giants turn into the Jets?
It's a New York. It's a
The
New
New
York
York
problem.
thing, man.
Man, good thing that New
Or New
Yorkers
Jersey
have.
thing.
Yeah, good thing New Yorkers have baseball because my God.
No, they have the Yankees. They don't have the Mets.
New York, I don't have baseball. That sucks.
New York has hockey. They got the Rangers in the Island.
That's true.
Now let's move on to last night's Monday night game. A little bit of a shocker, but it lived up kind of to the hype. But man, what happened to the Ravens defense? They were ran all over. And then again, are you guys concerned? I want your comments after the highlights about Mr. Henry, second fumble that cost him so far in this year. And here's where it started, the downfall of the Ravens. Right there. Bam.
Two hands. You got to be aware of what's going on in front and behind you.
Especially in prison. But here's a play that
Whoa.
made a
Oh God, dude! Why do these running backs think that? See, look how he's holding that ball. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Why do
And
they, dude? Why do they think they still do that shit, man?
And what's crazy about that last touchdown by Montgomery was we were talking about how teams, you want to jam the opposing team's throat and win. You had, when he was taken off and they showed Jared Goff on slow-mo saying, get down to waste clock. And Montgomery's like, fuck you, I'm in the end zone. And that's to me, that's Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell is one of those coaches that's like, we're going to score 50. Look what they did to the Bears last week. 50-point piece.
Remember when the Dolphins put up 70? At least they had balls to do so. Shit.
Well, I think they did that because it was a smart move to go down because they still gave Ravens a lot of time, so they didn't want to give them an opportunity to tie it. So I understand why Jared Goff said that, but I mean, in the moment, your defense have been holding down the Ravens for the last couple of drives. So in that moment, just go for the touchdown. But I understand why he said go down, waste the clock. So they don't get an opportunity to score.
7 sacks on Lamar Jackson. They were forcing him to pass. He did not look all that effective, and none against Jared Goff. And again, outside of that first game against the Packers where the Lions looked beatable, the last couple games they've turned it up. Let's see if they keep it going, though.
My question to pose is, what's the temperature? I'm not saying his job is in jeopardy, but what's the temperature on Lamar Jackson? Because I feel he can be very good, very pedestrian. I know people put a lot of pressure on him to win a Super Bowl. To me, I just don't. I don't know. I don't know if I can put my finger on it yet, but I just cannot see it happening. There's something about him that just I don't get it. I think there's a tad of overratedness in Lamar Jackson. A tad. He's not threatened of losing a job or whatever. But when he runs really well, he can't pass. When he passes, he can't run, or his offense. There's always something.
You're saying he's not balanced.
Maybe again, I can't.
It might be a thing where whatever week, whatever he's doing well, like he just concentrates on that, and then and the other part of his game just comes like second tier. You know, he's like, oh, whatever. And
is it maybe time for a coaching change in Baltimore?
Oh no.
Okay.
God, please fire his ass. I'd want his ass real fast.
Or is
fast.
it maybe an offense, or is it an offensive coordinator issue? Because I know when they get down in the red zone, they have their issues. The play.
Who is their offensive coordinator?
Hell if I know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's check the want ads tomorrow morning.
All right, guys. So if you don't have anything else on that game, because the game was close for a little while, but
Todd Monken,
or
whatever.
Yeah, you know what? You know what I could see? Miami Dolphins coach gets fired, becomes the offensive coordinator in Baltimore.
Don't put that out there. Don't put that out there.
I can see that.
God, the Ravens would be scary.
Because when McDaniels was in San Francisco and he had Jimmy Garoppolo, he's never had a mobile quarterback. Don't tell me that at least the job for a guy getting fired soon would not be enticing, for sure.
I can see that. I can definitely see that. He will make that team a lot better.
Yeah. I think there's opportunity. If Baltimore cannot, here's the thing, and I know we'll talk about it in just a minute when we do the pick'ems against the Chiefs. One of those two teams is going to go 1-3, and their percentages of going to the postseason is down. Like, if Chiefs win that game and Baltimore goes 1-3, do they start hitting the panic button? Like, because this is very uncharted territory for them. Uncharted.
Okay, I'm sorry, I got thrown off by something here. Let's get into the picks, because we're way behind.
right,
Let's get into the picks.
I gotta play this now.
Go for it. All right. So with that being said, man, we got some threw me off on the next game, and I'll explain to you in a minute because I'm looking.
I sure did, because you're like,
You watching basketball?
No WNBA for me. Prime Video is gonna feature my Seahawks, baby. You 2-1 going to Arizona to take on the 2-1 Midgets. Tickets going as low as $45. Seattle is a 1.5 point favorite, and the total points are 43.5. Give me those 20 seconds, man. I'm gonna give the Seahawks this dub, dude. We're gonna go to 3-1. I like the defense to be all over that midget, and I like the fact that we're gonna be able to run the ball. And the Cardinals are stupid when it comes to defense. They had one guy to cover last week, and they couldn't do it. And I think they're gonna do the same thing with Njigba.
well, there's no doubt in your mind you were gonna pick Seattle.
All right, Matty.
I want to pick the Cardinals. I really do. I just want to stick it to you guys because I know that's your rivals. But the way they played against the Niners last week without Brock Purdy and without several weapons from the Niners, and they only scored 15 points, I can't see it. So give me Seattle to win.
As the reigning winner, I will yield my 20 seconds and save a little bit of time because we've talked a lot and our IQ as a group tonight has been through the freaking roof. This is great. I've loved this show tonight, by the way, and every week. Seattle.
All right. Randy.
Oh, man. I know if I pick the Cardinals, I'm going to get fucking burned, but something tells me on a short week that Seattle's not going to be able to pull this one off. Give me Cardinals by a field goal. 17-14.
Your fact of, and the secondary fact of the week. This is now going to be the third consecutive week Randy's been on an island. He's 2-0.
Oh, no! Don't go there. And see, look at Sega Boy. Look at Sega Boy. He said our team sucked.
Wait, Randy, what was your score again?
17-14 Cardinals by a field goal.
You got it.
All right, so this moves us to a old school rivalry game. These two teams faced each other in the Super Bowl a couple times, way back in the day. Vikings Steelers. Both teams are 2-1. Interesting game. Now, what caught my eye is it says tickets going as low as $799. That can't be right.
Dublin, Ireland.
Yeah.
Well, that I guess. I mean, because $799, that's a lot of money, dude, for a game, but it's sold out. I checked right now.
Is it dollars or like pounds or some shit?
I have no idea. It just says $799.
That makes a difference.
Let's not bring the IQ of the show down by trying to do math.
Yes, because I'm the last guy to ask about that. So,
oh man.
With that being said, Minnesota's 2.5 point favorites. Total points are at 40.5, so they're not expecting too many points in this one with Aaron Rodgers and that what's his name, the other quarterback, Carson Wentz. There you go. So give me that 20 seconds. I think this is one of those games where the Vikings look good on paper coming into this game, but something tells me Tomlin is going to live up to that name of stealing games. They're going to steal one. It's going to be kind of ugly, but Aaron Rodgers will throw a back shoulder pass to somebody, and the Steelers will win this game. So give me the Steelers. And shut up, Sega Boy.
What did he say? Oh, what an asshole.
He's sitting on all of our team.
He sure is. We do know you're an Angels fan, so you don't have much room to talk. He's saying the whiner's ass too. What is your team again, Sega? I forgot. Put it in the
Raiders.
Yeah, most likely.
Let's go.
He's probably a Dolphins fan. What a loser.
Give me my 20 seconds, Randy.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
I honestly got the Vikings winning this one. I don't know, man. I think they turn around this week, and that win they got last week, I think that might change them up a little bit. So give me the Vikings to win this one in a tight one. I say it goes to a field goal, 23-20.
He's a Raiders fan.
23-20. Okay.
That song is clearly depriving oxygen from the brain.
It reeked Raiders when he was talking. I just knew it.
Put your thong where your mouth is and get it on the video like we did. Like I did. I put my thong on. You put yours on, Sega. All right, Dominic.
All right, Dommy.
Yeah, here we go. I agree with Todd in the case of I could see the Steelers, just squeaking this one out with all the factors of Mike Tomlin and everything else. On the road, in a country, it's Irish, it's festive. Vikings.
Go game! Straight 26. I don't know, man. Vikings.
That Steelers defense, they tried to say it was championship in the offseason. Bullshit. No, I'm going to go with the Vikings this week. I mean, they showed up and showed out last week. They won last year, here. I don't know if it was quite here, but it was across the pond. So, yeah, give me the Vikings 27-21.
27-21?
27-21. And last week, Todd was 1-0 when he picked the Lions all by himself.
Yay. All right, so then that moves us to a Sunday 10 o'clock. Because remember that I forgot to say that game is the NFL Net game on 6:30 in the morning. Goddamn.
No, I'll be sleeping. Right. Thank you very much.
Yep. Commanders go to Atlanta. Atlanta's a 1.5 underdog at home. Tickets going as low as $100. 44.5 is kind of high for these two teams. Mariota may start. We still don't know to the last second, so keep that in mind when you make the picks. So give me that 20 seconds. I think you're going to see a different Falcons team, and I'm actually going to go against which I believe in. I'm going to go with the Falcons to get a W over the Commanders, and both teams at the end of the day will be 2-2. Something tells me I think they're going to listen to Randy and not throw those little check downs and side passes, kind of go down the middle, open it up for Robinson. I like that take, Randy. I'm going with it.
Yeah, I think Todd is trying to fucking lose this thing. All right, Matty.
I like your take, Randy, with Penix and the Falcons, but I picked them way too many times and they disappointed me. I'm going with the Commanders on this one, man. The Commanders look like the better complete team, and I trust Marcus Mariota over Penix any day. Give me the Commanders to win this one, in a close one, then Atlanta.
All right, Big Dom.
Two high-scoring teams, I think, in this case scenario. I think Atlanta finds a way to get back on the right track offensively, but the Commanders have been there, done that with Marcus Mariota. Dan Quinn knows exactly what he's going to get cooking up. Wasn't Dan Quinn an Atlanta Falcon at some point in his career?
He was.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the Redskins.
Woo! I like that at the end. Yeah, no, I don't know if the Falcons are going to learn their lessons this week. I think they might still do the same old bullshit, which is why I'm going with the commies on this one. Give me the Commanders 32-20.
Todd, you're on an island again.
I'm either gonna be the champ laughing at you guys, or you guys gonna be laughing at the butthole of the week me. So we'll see.
I don't know. I mean, I think Matt's got that area locked down.
You don't Randy. We ain't gotta go there, man.
Now we move along to a game that should be a college type week 1 game, because this smells like Grambling versus Ohio State.
Forget you, Mario.
Buffalo Bills 3-0 against the Nolans Saints. Good luck with this one.
Should we all just say this one in unison?
I think we should.
Oh,
let me get to the weather though first. 70 degrees and sunny. Tickets going as low as $250 for this game. Wow. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. This is the only question I'll throw to the panel. Is this the biggest point spread we've done since we've done this show? 16.5-point favorites are the Bills.
I think that's tied for the most. I think
it sounds pretty probably easily.
To me, it sounds like the most. I feel like the most we've seen is 14.
Yeah, this is 16.5. 47.5 is the total. I think they're projecting the Bills to be up by 47.
Mario's going to love this game because Trubisky's going to get in.
Yeah, I think so. And again, Tamir 20 said this a few times. Bills by murder. Yeah. No 20 seconds, bro.
Can we all say it on the count of three?
No.
1, 2, 3.
Bills.
Yeah.
And Buffalo, it will be 37-10.
10
I got
points.
47.
All right, there you
It'll
go.
be garbage 10 points. Garbage time 10 points.
Yeah, I think so.
I wouldn't be shocked for a shutout.
And that's not the who gives a fuck game of the week. We still got that one to come up here.
Ooh.
Next game could be a sneaky one again, but does sneaking up on the road count? Is this a trap game? I don't think so, but still it could be close. Cleveland Browns travel to Detroit to play on the Lions. This one, tickets going as low as $196. Detroit 8.5-point favorites. 44 points is your total on this one. 20 seconds right there.
Win your college.
I'll take the Browns in a game which will stay close till halftime, but Jared Goff and the Lions run away in the second half, and this could be a game where, again, I forget the rookie that's the left-handed quarterback for the
Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah, Gabriel. I think Gabriel gets some playing time. I was shocked he didn't get any playing time against Green Bay, but I just don't see Cleveland with Flacco winning this game straight up. They would need a miracle. So give me Lions.
All right, Matty.
I can see Cleveland defense keeping them in the game, and I can see Flacco making a touchdown or two in the first half, but then in the second half, I could just see the Detroit just putting the foot on their necks and just killing them. Give me the Lions to win this one, and they're going to win by at least 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I won't need the 20 in this case because Todd and Matty pretty much said it for me. Flacco's going to have mistakes. Cleveland's defense will keep him in as much as they can, but the Lions get the job done. They move to 3-1.
Bam.
Yeah, I'm right there with you guys. It'll be definitely a close game, and then in the second half, I think the Lions will kind of run away with it a little bit. So give me the Lions 27-16.
I thought you were going to say 10.
Man. Now it's the who gives a fuck game of the week, Randy.
Oh.
There you go. And that would be the Carolina Panthers. I have a feeling they're going to be in a lot of these. They take on the New England Patriots. Both teams are 1-2. 74 degrees and mild over there in New England. Tickets going as low as $100. New England is a 5.5-point favorite. 43.5 is your total. I'll just say this straight up. I don't need 20 seconds. I do like the Patriots to bounce back in this game, and no way Carolina looks that good against the Patriots, although the Patriots will do their damnedest to keep it close.
I don't need the 20 seconds either. Even though I think Panthers could make it very competitive, they might even sneak a win. I just don't think it will happen. Give me the Patriots. They will win this game.
Patriots as well for me. However, Carolina might sneak up a little bit. That secondary that they have has been very, very good to start off the season. So if that's the case, New England has to find a way to run the ball without fumbling out of their hands. So hopefully they get things on the right side.
That is true.
Yeah, see, Dom, you kind of pointed out right there, that secondary had been pretty good to start the season. So, and with the Patriots not having any real receivers, give me the fucking Panthers this week.
Oh, God.
Here we go.
Give me the Panthers 24-17.
Are you serious, Randy?
Swear to God, baby.
They're going to win. God damn it.
On an island again, are we?
People on a goddamn island.
You must not want to win, Randy.
I haven't got past second place all season, baby.
I can definitely see it. The Panthers.
Well, we'll see what happens. That's a ballsy pick, dude. The next game is going to be Rally Chris special right here. The Chargers go into New York. The Giants will have a new quarterback. They are
Chargers.
The Chargers are 6.5-point favorite. 44.5 is the total. 78 degrees, guys.
Oh.
So again, September weather helping out right here.
Where are they playing at?
They're in New York. So I'm going to go with Rally Chris right here. I don't need 20 seconds. Rookie mistakes. Chargers cover.
Yeah, unfortunately, I got to go with the Chargers. No question. They're going to
I got Chargers. Jackson Dart will look good. But the Chargers, they did it against Denver. They are methodical. They will bleed this game out and force them into oblivion. Give me the Chargers in this one. But Jackson Dart will look respectable and definitely better than Russell Wilson.
I think so. I think so.
I'll give you he'll look better than Russell Wilson. I don't know if he'll look good. I really think this Chargers defense is going to fucking really go get after him. So give me the Chargers in this one, 27-10.
All right.
All right.
Now,
Randy talking that talk.
Now we got the game of the week here. This one's going to be a good one. And despite all Landon's trash talk, unlike him, I actually give credit where credit's due. Buccaneers. I like Baker Mayfield, 3-0. Jalen Hurts and them Eagles. You got to respect Tamir 20's championship team right there. Tickets going as low as a murder in LA, 187. Temperature is seriously, it's 187.
Grinding true crime.
Temperature, though, is going to be in favor of the Bucs. It's 88 degrees and humid. Although Philly is a 3.5-point favorite, 43.5 is your total point. So give me that 20 seconds, man.
20.
I want to pick the Eagles. Something is telling me to give me the Eagles.
But
that temperature and Baker Mayfield, both these quarterbacks look very calm, cool, and collected. So it's not like Mayfield has an edge. But I think the Bucs as a whole maybe have a bigger edge. I think they squeak one out against the Eagles.
All right, Big Matty.
I'm with you, Todd. I feel you, Todd. Pause. I would have picked the Bucs, but Mike Evans is hurt, and Chris Godwin's not there. I know they got I can't think of his name right now, but
Ibuka.
Yeah, there you go. But I don't think that's enough. I'm actually going to pick the Eagles for the first time.
Wow.
2 undefeated teams that are going to look for 4-0 supremacy. I like Tampa Bay, Baker Mayfield. However, I agree with Matty. Mike Evans not playing. Chris Godwin, even if he comes back, he's not going to be doing his typical 80-90% of the snaps. That gives Philly a little advantage. Saquon figures it out. Give me the Eagles in a close one. High scoring.
All right, real quick. Landon, no, we saw enough of that. We don't need to see it again. Okay.
My eyesight's still coming back.
Yeah, no, give me the Eagles. I don't like Tampa Bay's offensive line. I just think the Eagles are the better team here. Give me the Eagles 24-20.
Respectable score. I like that.
All right, so I'm on Island again. Damn, I might have a really bad week. Instantly regretting. So now the Save Your Season game of the week.
Titan. I haven't applied for that.
0-3 versus
Hey, for us Angel fans out there, both teams are gonna be like, the wings.
Yeah.
Someone's gotta go 1-3.
Someone's got to get the W.
Leave me alone, Mario.
Titans, Texans, tickets going as low as $50 in Houston. That's not a good sign. Houston is a 7.5-point favorite. Only 38.5 is your total points predicted in this game.
Wait. I thought this was the what the fuck game of the week.
It should have been, but I think there's more at stake in this one. The other one's just boring.
Sorry.
Just saying. So 0-3 is right here. Give me that 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
Boy, oh boy, I am picking the Texans, but very tentatively in this one. I could easily see, though, the Titans sneaking up and biting them in the ass. But, man, you better pass protect for C.J. Stroud because he's going to need it. The Titans are going to pin their ears back. But something tells me that I think the Texans will squeak one out.
All right, Matty.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a divisional game. Divisional games are very close. It depends, but I don't see it. I think the Texans finally get their first win and dominate against the Titans. Look for C.J. Stroud to have an excellent game. I see him scoring 3 touchdowns. So give me the Texans to win this.
All right, Big Dom.
News came out, I believe it was today, that the Tennessee Titans head coach is not going to be calling offensive plays anymore. He's going to give that responsibility to the offensive coordinator. But I don't think it's going to make a difference. I think if you take these two teams, piece them apart, Houston's defense is a little bit better than Tennessee. Give me the Texans to get their first win.
This is something. Me and Dom have picked every team so far.
Oh, wow.
I can't believe it.
I hope that's a bad thing.
He's learning the error of his ways.
Tennessee is so poorly fucking coached, but I think that with Tennessee or the Texans struggled, I think it'll be close, but give me the Texans 15-12.
Oh, 15.
The ultimate kicking battle?
Ultimate kicking battle.
Or is it multiple touchdowns and blown extra points? It's one or the other.
I've seen a game like that before.
Yeah, probably.
Oh. So let's move on to a good one from SoFi. And believe it or not, because it's Rams fans, there's plenty of tickets available for this game. Tickets going as low as $43.
I think this is the game for the week.
Colts versus Rams at SoFi. Rams are 3.5-point favorites. 49.5 is your total points. Give me that 20 seconds, man. Look, this is a great test to see how good the Colts are. Trust me. And I want to say the Colts are going to go in there, but the genius is the genius for a reason. I don't see him taking 2 back-to-back losses, and I think he gets a couple breaks in this game, and I think they cover the spread and defeat the Colts. But a learning experience for the Colts.
All right, Matty.
I think this is where we differ from everyone. I don't know, man. I'm starting to believe in the Colts. I wasn't a believer at the beginning, but something's telling me they're a pretty good team, and I think it's not a fluke. So give me the Colts to win in a close one, and I think Jonathan Taylor is going to be the reason they win, not Daniel Jones. Give me the Colts.
All right,
Todd and I would absolutely, in reality, love the Colts to win this game. I think we would be content if we're both wrong with this pick.
Yep, I agree.
And because of that, and I don't see Sean McVay losing back-to-back games. Home game for the Rams. Give me the Rams by that much. Colts are going to give it everything that they got.
Yep.
I actually think the Rams are going to lose back-to-back games this week. I think they're going to be reeling after giving that fucking game away this past week, you sorry sacks of trash. Give me the Colts 27-24, last-second field goal.
Ooh. If that's the case, then this pretty much division for the night, like NFC West, becomes Seattle, San Fran.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Good old days, really.
Ugh.
That moves us on to another 1:00 game. Jacksonville Jaguars go to Santa Clarita to take on the Niners, who are 3-0. Jags 2-1. Tickets going as low as $82. Weather 74 degrees and mild sunshine, so no weather not a factor. Niners 2.5-point favorites. 47.5 is your total points. I got to check in with you, Dominique. Is Purdy starting this week?
It's still day-to-day at this point. He'll go through practice this week. He practiced 3 consecutive days last week. It was limited, went to questionable on Saturday. Then they just decided best to not play him right away. But he has been progressing well for that trophy.
Real quick, when's your bye week?
14.
Oh, God.
Well, we are late.
Yes, you are. Like a chick that hasn't had her period yet.
I was just about to make a joke, but I held off. Just like Cardi B when Stephon Diggs, fit in.
He dug that Cardi B. All right, let's move on to the 20 seconds here.
All right.
The MASH unit that is the Niners always finds a way to win in Santa Clarita. Pisses me off. They always serve good at home, and plus you have a WNBA quarterback over there on the other side. But call it what it is, hate, love, whatever. Give me the Jags in an upset, baby. I got upset game of the week.
What?
Oh, God. Wow.
Bang, bang, Jags.
Wow. All right, Matty. Can you top that one?
I will see. Honestly, I do feel like it will be an upset. I honestly feel like it will. But I said to myself, I'm going to stop picking with my heart and start picking with my brain. And I think the Niners will win. Even though I think it will be an upset, I'm going to be smart and say the Niners will win. Give me the Niners.
That was a shot at me. Damn you. Don't be so disrespectful.
All right, Dom.
No, the defense is playing out of its mind right now. I know no Nick Bosa for the rest of the season. However, Bryce Huff comes in. Robert Saleh knows how to get the job done. Brock Purdy comes back. Everybody rolls on all cylinders. People are coming back. Jawan, Robinson, you name it. They galvanize together. Dub City, baby. Dub City.
What we got, Randy?
Man. You know, I honestly don't. I feel like there could be an upset, but then in the back of my mind, it's like, yeah, the Niners could fucking just show up and do Niner things. So, in the spirit of sportsmanship, we'll split it down the middle. Give me the Niners in a close one, 20-17.
I thought I had some help on the island.
I thought you did for a second. But you on another island, goddamn.
I was like, Randy, come to my
I got to try to keep up with Dom a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying?
He's playing the chess match at Pick'ems. He's like, well, if we're close here, I'll pick with him and make it a wash. See?
Yeah. Dude, so that'll move us on to another CBS game, 125 game. And again, this could be damaging to someone's playoff hopes, if anything. Or just put you behind the 8 ball in a loaded AFC, and that is the Ravens 1-2 going into Kansas City, who's also 1-2. And again, we're going to go with that unseasonably warm weather. Again, 85 degrees and humid in Kansas City. Tickets going as low as $195. Baltimore is a 2.5-point road favored. The 48.5 is your total points in this game. Give me that 20 seconds. I like the Ravens. I don't like the Ravens to take back-to-back losses, much like how I picked not against McVay. I'm going to do the same thing with Harbaugh. And I told you since the beginning of the season, I think the Chiefs are in trouble. They're going to be a third-place team, and this is going to help them get there. They have the Super Bowl jinx.
All right, Matty.
Man, remember last year I was on the Chiefs coattail, and I was just saying Chiefs this, Chiefs that. They win the Super Bowl. Well, I'm going to do it again. Give me the Chiefs to lose. I got the Ravens in this one, man.
Ooh, that's a classic Matty right there.
I had to do it.
Yeah.
Give me the Ravens.
All right, Dom.
I think for the first time in a long time, you're going to hear the Boo Birds in Kansas City this weekend for their own team.
Yep.
1-3. Problems arising. Injuries piling up. Baltimore needs to come back. Derrick Henry, not 1, not 2, maybe even 3 touchdowns. Baltimore with the win.
What you got, Randy? Give me what you got.
Oh, man, you know what? I think this is a week Baltimore bounces back. I like this matchup. I don't know. Yeah, I was sold on the Chiefs at the beginning of the season, but not so much right now. They're still a decent team, but maybe a wild card if they're lucky. So give me the Ravens 30-20.
All right.
All right.
I can see that. Now, this next game, fellas, is very special for me. This is the only time that I could do this and announce both teams the way that I do.
How you do it, Todd?
I do it like a little something like this.
Break it
The
down.
Bears take on
Bears.
the Raiders.
Love it.
So Bears versus Raiders, battle of 2 1-2 teams. Tickets going as low as, for some reason, $244.
What?
Bears are a 1.5-point favorites, and the total points is 48.5. So let me get that 20 seconds.
20.
I want to go Pete Carroll. I really do. I want to go Geno Smith. I really do. But you can't do it. It's year one, and I'm not going to do that. I don't like picking the painted nails. Sorry, Mario. But I think you might as well paint your nails for this one and toenails. Bears are going to be all over them. They're going to be painting the field with touchdowns.
Ooh. All right, Matty.
Yeah, I know they gave us a spanking last week.
Everybody does.
Deny this. You know what? You be quiet. I can't deny that, man. I got the Bears winning. I picked the Bears to be second place in the division this year. I hope you guys remember. So I got them winning this game, and they're going to dominate the Raiders.
All right, Big Dom.
Here we go. The Bears get the job done. That's my close impression of Todd. He does it better, but give me the Bears. Before going into a bye week next week, the Bears are going to carry a little bit of momentum. Ben Johnson's got that team rolling on some good marks right now, and flat out air attack. Bears.
You know, I could see the Bears kind of maybe playing down to their competition this week. The Raiders are at home. So, with that said, give me the Bears 24-12.
He's all, because they're at home, they can score 12.
Yeah. I like that. Randy, that's Randy. Like when he doesn't know what to score, it's like 24-12 baseline.
24-12, baby. Yeah.
165-12. All right, now we go to a game that brings back lore for both teams.
Sure
This
does.
is the Peacock game of the week, from Bart Starr to Brett Favre to Tony Romo, Roger Staubach, all those greats that have
Packers
played for both
spanking
teams.
the Cowboys' ass too.
Hey,
I remember them days.
I was disrespectful. I'm so sorry. I was disrespectful. I was disrespectful.
Now we've seen some pretty high prices for some pretty ass games. This one's shocking, Matt. You got a premier team coming into your house in Green Bay who always brings its fans. Why are the tickets only $52? The cheapest ticket.
Because
nobody wants to watch the Cowboys.
Packers 2-1. Cowboys 1-2. Green Bay's a 6.5-point favorite. 47 points is your total. Give me the 20 seconds right there.
20.
Jordan Love is going to love to throw that ball deep, and he's going to find that tight end over the middle to extend plays. And yes, like Mario says, Parsons' revenge game, they're not going to be showing Jerry Jones much because he's going to be crying up there with his son. Packers in a beatdown.
Oh, you don't want to pick with your heart this week?
No.
Oh.
I'm going to pick smart.
There you go. All right, Matt.
Sorry, Matt.
You know, this whole show I've been being very disrespected, highly disrespected by all three of my boys, including Chris, Rally Chris, who it's just love hate for Rally Chris. But you know I'm a Cowboys fan, so you know who I'm gonna pick. I'm picking the Packers, baby.
All right, Dom.
This game is going to be booty cheeks, and the only thing better is going to be watching Carrie Underwood opening up the show on Sunday Night Football. That's where I'm going to be watching. It's let's go, Carrie Underwood. She's going to say Packers and Cowboys, and it's going to be the Packers.
I would love to see it. By the way, CeeDee Lamb will be out for at least 3 weeks.
High ankle sprain? No, I'm going to say 4 to 6. Ankle,
I don't need no fucking 20 seconds. Give me the Packers 24-14.
Okay, that's respectful.
Oh, he gave the Cowboys 2 extra.
I thought you were going to say something like 3. I was about to say.
I almost said 12, but I was like, I get. They scored 14 at least this past week. I'll give them 2 buddies.
I will say this moving forward, because I know there's, as Todd's going to say, the double Monday night as the reigning winner. Can we do Jets Dolphins as the points pick?
Yeah.
That's good, because that's what I told the viewers.
Because we got literally the prime. No offense, Matt, but the 3 primetime games are bad. You know, I'm not saying the Seahawks one is much better either, because we're playing the midgets. But man, all the primetime ones aren't good. So we move on to the Monday night doubleheader, which is the point. Which is the points right here. Jets versus Dolphins.
Do this one last.
Do this one last. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Bengals Broncos.
Oh man.
2-1 versus 1-2. Tickets going as low as 148. It's up in Mile High. Cloudy with a chance of meatballs. Denver 7.5-point favorites. 44.5 is your total points. I don't need 20 seconds for this one. I got the Broncos by over a touchdown in this one.
Oh, okay. You need 20, Matty?
No, I got the Broncos winning by more than 10.
Ooh. You need
Broncos win semi-big time. They've been shooting themselves in the foot lately.
Okay.
Nah, I say, man, I don't know what the hell Cincinnati showed up last week, but yeah, give me the Broncos 30-14.
Look at Rally Chris. Bengals upset the
Chris got
Broncos.
them in the upset.
You're
All right.
crazy, kid. You
All
are
right.
Okay, Rally Chris knows something.
crazy, kid.
All right, so leave us to the Jets Dolphins. Tickets going
Yeah.
as low as
Stop it.
as $24.
God damn.
Dude. NFL.
You can't even go to McDonald's for $24 right now.
No, you can. They're bringing back
I
that
said
the
more of
extra
that
value
getting out
meals.
the other day.
You can't get a combo at the stadium for $24.
Dude, you can get 2 hot dogs for $24.
You know what?
I'm not even lying, dude. $12 a pop.
You could eat 2 weenies while you watch 2 weenies.
Hey, how much are the dogs at Angel Stadium?
Like
They're
$8.
$6.
$8.50.
They're $6.
$4 more at the Jet games, dude.
Well, dude,
$6
I
more
look at
Jet
I
games.
look at it this way: the ones that cook them on those mobile grills outside are way better, even though they're double the price. They're way better. They're bacon wrapped, baby.
Ooh.
84 degrees, chance of rain, but Miami is a 2.5-point favorite, 45.5. Is Tyrod Taylor getting the start in this one, Randy, or were you looking at
Most likely, yeah.
okay, Tyrod Taylor. Okay. Woo. Shit.
You need 20?
Yeah. Surprisingly. I think Taylor does a good job. Breece Hall cracks a couple good runs. The Dolphins defense is ass. But Tua does something at least. I mean, and you think Achane, they got the weapons. Hill. Give me the Dolphins, but barely.
What's the point?
Let me go. Shit. Let me go 33 total points. 20-13.
Okay.
You need 20, Matt?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I actually think the Jets might win this one. But I picked the Dolphins earlier, so I'm gonna stick with my pick. But I do think the Jets will win. I got the Dolphins 27-20. So that's what?
47.
47. You need 20, Dom?
I do.
All righty.
Oddly enough, give me the Jets. Jets are going to make it happen on Monday night. Their offense has been rolling pretty good. Special teams, not too bad. Sauce Gardner, lock down Tyreek Hill, get the job done. Points are going to be nasty. Give me 23-21 Jets.
Ooh.
Oh, that's all.
Yeah, it's like the old banner says, them Dolphins is in shambles, and the Jets haven't lost any games, as Omar said. They're not trying. They're just coming up short. Believe it or not, give me the fucking Jets this week.
What?
24-17, baby. Let's go.
Boy, I'll tell you what, fellas, with the picks that we've made, including mine, it's going to cause some separation. There ain't going to be no ties this week.
Is going to be the week, man.
I will look in comparison to the top of the leaderboard because, Matty, hey, you never know. You picked alongside me. You never know what can happen. Just looking at, again, with myself having a 1-game lead over Randy and Todd and a 10-game lead over Matty. Just had that 0 over the end. The difference. Hey, Matty on the show last week when he said if the 49ers win, I'll take all that smoke.
Hey, you bringing it too.
There you go. So Todd has, in comparison, Todd took Steelers over the Vikings, so there's one difference. Falcons over Commanders. Randy was different on Cardinals and Panthers, so they're 2-2. Todd's got Bucks over Eagles. There's a difference maker. No, Jags 4.
I think the Colts
and Dolphins. So there's 5.
Yeah, I could shoot into the leader. I could push myself way to the back.
5 games. So the 5 difference makers could put him either 4 games up on me or Randy. It could be a 2-horse race, baby.
Ooh, I think
maybe
you leave these suckers in the dust. Me and you, baby. I want your ass. Pause.
I'm
You
gonna
can-
clip that. I'm
You
gonna
can
clip
have
that.
you can have the butthole all to yourself.
Oh!
I'm gonna put those two clips together.
Stop.
All the smoke and all the booty hole, baby.
Oh, that's bad.
You know what that's called? Dub City.
Hey, Matt, it's time to go back to just us in the show again.
I
I
know,
haven't seen
man,
you do the graphics, fucker.
right? Hey, taking it back.
Great
taking
show
it back,
tonight, though,
Todd.
fellas.
This show's gone way too San Francisco for me at the end here.
All that smoke, baby. That's why.
There you go.
Champion.
I ain't in the closet. I'm your daddy, bitch.
Bam! On that note,
It has been a great show. It definitely unfiltered. I hope everyone is enjoying the show, and I hope you guys can see if you could top us in the picks, because so far we have a couple that have. Tamir 20 is in the lead over us. Plus, above him is Coach Mateo. So his team is winning on the field and in the picks. So kudos to you guys. We will try to catch that butthole as this week continues. But we appreciate everybody in the comments. Believe me, we're reading them, even though we're not posting them, because obviously we're talking about stuff in between. But thank you for hanging on. If you've hung on this entire time, like and subscribe, share it to your friends. For Todd Fox.
Matty Matt.
49ers, Dominick Lorenz. Let's go, folks.
And the producer only knows how to take us out one way before we go, folks.
No, what happened, Matty Matt? Your Cowboys lost to some QB that likes to paint his nails, Caleb Williams, and the Bears. And now you guys are 1-2, joining last place Toilet Bowl. The Giants are going to have a better record than you guys this year. And my